Hello and welcome to another Division video. Yes, in this video I got another request from a previous one to show my reclaimer build I'm using in this global event, and I use in general for PvE content. Of course you can use it as well, but with different weapons and different talents for PvP. But it will be really short because I just want to go quickly over the stats. I think you know the reclaimer set already, and otherwise I did a video about this quite a while ago as well, so just check this out on my channel if you need further information. So just quickly over the set here, reclaimer I use in this global event. As I said before, you see the stats, the main stats on the top. So 4K firearms, 4K stam and 8K electronics. This is really my preferred setup for this build. So let's get right into it. The chest piece, skill haste health, ammo capacity with 2 prototype performance mods in firearms to unlock weapon talents. This is the main reason why I spec some stats into firearms, to unlock certain weapon talents like destructive and others as well. So this is the main reason for this. As I said, I don't go over the set bonuses, just check out the other videos I did already. Then the mask is rolled into electronics, and again firearms mod with skill haste, and the knee pads, and the mask is rolled into skill power and damage to elites. Of course, don't do damage to elites if you use it for PvP, but for PvE this is the best setup in my opinion. Then the knee pads are rolled into stamina with health on it, burn, shock and damage to elites. You could go for skill power as well, but I prefer to have a little bit more toughness here, and that's why I choose tier health instead of skill power. The mods I'm using on this one here is skill haste in electronics and support station range, especially for this global event, but for other content as well. It's really a huge advantage if you have a big circle from your box, so you can move around in a bigger space than usually. So that's why I prefer to have here support station range on this one. Then the holster I use here, nothing, it's pretty straightforward I would say. High stats all over the board, and the major attribute skill haste, and again support station range mod. The gloves, I do really like to use LMGs in PvE content, so that's why they are rolled into LMG damage, enemy armor damage and skill haste. Of course, as I said, for PvP you have different rolls on it, something like this if you use an AR, or otherwise if you use the house, then of course SMG damage and crit damage like I do have here, and crit chance as well. So this is the setup for the gloves, and they are rolled into electronics as well. Backpack as a final piece, electronics as well. Then major attribute skill power, ammo capacity, again a skill haste mod into firearms, and 2 prototype performance mods with support station range. So the weapons I'm using on this build is actually the L86. I like this gun a lot because of the fast reload, but this one I just use for the global event to have faster reloads, just because of this. Because if you saw the video already about this global event, then I just shoot in the air on the ground to get my bar meter up to melee the NPCs. That's the main reason I use this gun. It's rolled into destructive, competent and determined. Determined is really awesome because you get your ult back really fast. So you just have to melee kill about 15 NPCs not at all, not 12, 75%, between 12 and 15 including the time, and you have your ult back. So you can use the ult in a legendary mission about 4 or 5 times at least. So this is really awesome to have. And as a secondary, I honestly didn't use this that much, but if I have to be in cover, then I use this one here to increase the skill power a little bit. But actually for PvE outside the global event I use this gun here, the M60 with an extended mag. Meticulous is pretty cool, you don't have to reload, but of course you could go for ferocious, you could go for what's the other one, competent, to have a little bit more damage, works as well. And trust me, usually outside the global event I run this build with a tech link, and with the tech link with an LMG, the M60, it's so much fun, and you deal a lot of damage even with a reclaimer build, with the right talents of course. So this is my main setup for the guns and the gear. Let's go quickly to the abilities. For the global event here I prefer to have more healing skills, so I run with an overdose to heal myself as well, just when I'm outside the box and run to the NPC to melee them. So I run this with overdose and the box, of course. And you see healing rate, of course, it could be even higher. If you spec everything to electronics and skill power, you can reach about 30k, but it's not needed in my opinion. And then I run it with a survival link for this one here, the global event, just if the box is on cooldown, and to have a little bit a period so you can shoot the gun and you don't get shocked by yourself. That works pretty awesome. And as I said before, with determined on your gun, you can use this about 4 or 5 times at least for a legendary mission. Outside the global event, I usually run this build with a pulse, this one here, and you see already crit chance 26% and 35% crit damage, so you can increase the damage for your whole team, and even your damage is pretty high. So this is the setup I use mainly in outside the global event for PVE content. The talents I'm using on this build is Triage, the Battle Buddy, Strike Back and Combat Medic. Of course, instead of Strike Back you could even use Crit Save, you could use Tech Support, doesn't matter too much this one here, but these 4 are my preferred setup for the build, for the Reclaimer build. So I think this is already it about the build, just because it got requested from a subscriber. Thanks a lot. Then I wish you a lot of fun farming this global event. Thanks a lot for watching, thanks a lot for your comment and your likes, really appreciate it, and see you in the next one. Take care and bye bye.
Additional hostiles incoming.